Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very, very special WDW Radio Live, coming to you from the Disney Dream, somewhere in the open sea. I am Lou Mongello from WDW Radio, and tonight we have a very, very special guest, because the man to my left is none other than Disney legend, Richard M. Sherman of the Sherman Brothers. He has been our special guest on the WDW Radio cruise. Mr. Sherman, I want to, first of all, thank you for joining me on the live show tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. It's great.
We have had such an amazing time over the past few days. You were kind enough to come on board with us and share your time and your talent and your stories. And this is actually your first time on the ship, right?
No, it's the first time on this beautiful, big, large version of the smaller ships that Disney has. This is my 7th trip, actually. I've done quite a few trips, and everyone has been extraordinary. But this one's got to take the cake. I mean, really, you're a great host, seriously. And we've been having a marvelous time, and you have a great group of people here. Followers, you might call them.
Friends. They're friends.
They truly are.
Friends.
And you said extended family, and that's what they are. And I've enjoyed talking with them, meeting with them, entertaining them to a degree, I hope. It's been really a joyful time.
It has been beyond memorable for not just me, because you know I am a fan first, but we have nearly 500 people, and you put on a performance at the Walt Disney Theater for us where you made us feel as though we were sitting in your living room as you were just sharing stories over the piano of you and your brother and Walt. And I will tell you that my eyes were not the only ones that were not dry.
Oh, well, thank you. Hopefully happy tears, I hope.
Good tears.
Yes, good. Because that's the kind of tears I like to see. I don't like to see sad tears. But it's fun to share these things. You know, actually, when you're preaching to the choir, it's very easy. All your people are fans of Disney, the fans of the whole dream that Disney created and had sort of empowered. And I was a lucky recipient of a lot of that pixie dust, you know. So I enjoyed so much working for him. And I like to tell stories about Walt. I loved him so much. He was great.
Well, the 4 days on the ship goes very, very fast. Tomorrow's our last day, but the concert seemed to go fast, and we just kept on. As it was coming to an end, everybody's wanted more, and you've been so gracious, because as you've been sitting with us or meeting people, you just tell these stories of how songs came to be, what Walt would have thought, and the way you sort of emote when you talk about Walt and the way he reacted to things that you presented him.
Well, it's easy to do, you know. The easiest thing in the world is to tell the truth. When you're telling the truth, you don't have to pretend or think of things. What am I going to say? You just come out and say it. If you're trying to tell a lie or a fib or an exaggeration, then it's stuff. You got to be careful about what you're saying, because you don't want to forget some fiction that you've spread. But the stories that I tell are easy because they all happened. They're all true. They were all wonderful. I had this wonderful 7 years actually, that we worked under Walt directly, and it was a blessed time. My brother Bob and I were lucky guys to have those assignments, and I think it was a very special time in my life. And here we are, so many years later, and they're still very vivid to me. I see them right in front of my eyes. All those wonderful things that happened. It's great. Yeah.
Well, and you know the thing is too, as I was watching the show, I was watching the audience as much as I was watching you, wiping my eyes, making sure that I was not the only one, because it was interesting as I spoke to people afterwards. There were so many different stories that you told, from Mary Poppins to the theme parks to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang to, you know, all these other different films that you worked on, and each one that you talked about seemed to resonate with someone else, whether it was something from their childhood or something now that they see that their children are enjoying. You know, these songs that you've created so many years ago truly are timeless and still somehow elicit such strong emotions in people.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. I must say this. I always feel how lucky I was to get these great assignments. I mean, my goodness, the properties that Walt Disney created are so special that nobody's doing this alone. There were so many gifted wonderful people who poured themselves into these movies that I've done and the rides that were created for Disneyland and Walt Disney World. These are all super geniuses that worked for Walt Disney. And I was like part of that team. So I always get a sense of humility. I mean, where would I be without those other people? So it's kind of nice to pay tribute to them. And that's why I like to mention as many people as I can who were contributors to what the product is that everybody knows. Because you don't do it by yourself. There are a lot of people out there doing it.
And it's got to be an incredible feeling for you as you walk through the ship, or we're sitting at dinner, or after the concert, whatever it may be, and people come up to you. Just I've seen how moved they become, myself included. Being able to not only hear the songs in your own words, the way that you perform them for Walt, but to sort of say thank you to you too.
Oh well, that's it's very gratifying. I mean, I would not lie to you and say it isn't wonderful. It's thrilling. And it's very gratifying. I get very touched when people talk to me about what songs meant to them and what various films that we worked on meant to them. I feel very lucky and very fortunate to have been part of those things. And this experience with your group, this wonderful group that's been on this ship with us, were again, just like golden. It was a wonderful feeling, a really, truly wonderful feeling.
We have a one problem. Of course.
What's that?
Because after I did my cruise last year, I said, we're going to do another cruise this year, coming in November. We want to do something even more special. And I said, we should bring somebody along with us. We should bring a special guest with us. And I'm talking to Becky, and we said, well, who do you want? I said, listen, I'm a big dreamer, right? If I'm going to dream, I'm going to dream big. I'm going to shoot as high as I possibly can and then work my way down. I said during the show, eventually I figured we'd get to Tony Caggiano would have been our guest. And she said, well, who do you want? And I said, Richard Sherman. You know from me talking to you what our conversations have meant, what the friendship that we've created has meant to me. And I said, I'm just going to call him and ask him. And you said yes. And I quickly hung up the phone because I was afraid you were going to change your mind or start asking me questions. So now, I've shot as high. I've shot for the moon, and we've gotten the moon, and an experience that I will never forget, not as the host of this group, but as somebody who is here. And I don't know where to go after this.
There are plenty of wonderful, wonderful people you'll find that are also Disney people that are just great, great people. I'll give you some names. But I'll tell you something truly. When you called me and I said, let me find out if I'm free at this particular time. And I was talking to my wife and I said, I'll call you back. Mm-hmm. And what I did do was, you had interviewed me about 2 years earlier. Right. And I said, I got to find that disc. You sent me a disc very kindly. And so I found this disc of our interview. And I listened to it. I said, this guy's good. He's a good interview. He did a lot of homework. And then I found out I was free at this period. We'd love to do it. But I'll tell you something, if it was a terrible interview, I wouldn't have done it.
No pressure.
Well, this has been such an incredible experience for us, and you've been so, the one thing that everybody said to me too is, you're such a genuine person. You that's what that feeling that you give up on stage is who you really are. The way you talk about your career, the way you talk about Walt, the way you are so humble, having done so much as you have. We feel like we've been cruising with a friend.
Oh, that's good. I feel I've been cruising with friends, too. I really, truly do. And the lovely things that people have said to me, I appreciated every word. I appreciate your kindness to me and to my wife, Elizabeth. And I met your lovely family, your beautiful wife, and your gorgeous kids. They're great. We celebrated your daughter's ninth birthday?
Yeah.
Great. I sang happy birthday to her. And I didn't write that one. But I really went out of my way to do that. But she's adorable, and your young son is gorgeous, and your wife is a sweetheart. I mean, really, it's been a wonderful time.
Well, you've been so incredibly gracious, not just to my friends and my extended family, but my immediate family. And I will tell you that as we surprised my daughter with sort of an early birthday present, we had some cupcakes for her, because before the cruise, she's been saying for 6 months that this is my birthday cruise. I said, Marion, your birthday is not for like another week. She shares her birthday with Mickey Mouse on November 18th. And she said, oh, no, it has to be a birthday cruise because all I want is for Richard Sherman to sing me happy birthday.
Oh.
I said, listen, I don't know, what I could do. He's very busy. So today you were kind enough to come to the room and surprise her. And the look on her face and the tears and everybody else's face. And I just said to myself, I said, dear Lord, please let my daughter remember this moment 20 years from now.
That's so cute. That reminds me of a story. You just reminded me by saying this. When my son was about 5 or 6 years old, we took him to the studio one day, and he had lunch with us in the commissary, in the private dining room, which is off the commissary. It was called the Coral Room. And Walt Disney had a table on the other side of the room, and we had a table over here. And afterwards, Walt came over and said, hello, and who's this? I said, Walt, this is my son, Greg. And he said, how do you do? And Greg put out his hand. I was very proud. He put out his hand, and he said, do you work here too? For Walt Disney. And I'm saying, shut up, kid, shut up. And Walt says, yes, I do. I have an office up there. So he said, my daddy's office is up there too. You want to see it? Honestly, he took Walt by the hand. We walked down the Dopey Drive, which is a street on the studio lot, and then we walked into the animation building, which the offices were, and we went up to the 3rd floor. Walt played it right along. That's the kind of man he was. He just reminded me of this. We went in. So he said, you want to see the room? Sure. So Walt took went into the room, and he said, oh, this is a nice room. And I'm saying, shut up. And he said, you have an office here too? He said, oh yeah, I have an office down the hall. He said, I've got to go to work now, but it's great to meet you, Greg. And he left. And this is what reminded me. I said, if you ever forget this for 1 second, I'll never talk to you again. Remember this. And he does remember it all these many years later. He says, I remember when I told Walt, asked him if he had an office in the same building. But that's so cute when things like that happen.
Well, I think that's a testament to the fact that you very much embody the spirit of Walt Disney, because you did that not just for my daughter and with my son, but with other friends who were able to share sort of personal moments in their life and get to express what they felt that they needed to, or ask you questions that they literally have waited 30 years to ask you.
Oh, I know.
And I saw the reaction, and they're just shaking their head like they can't believe that. So I think Walt would be very proud. You said Walt would be proud of this ship. I know Walt would be proud of the legacy that you continue to share with us. So I know you are also, you too. Listen, you're a fan first, and I know you want to go see the show tonight. Tonight is Believe. I think there's a segment in there for Mary Poppins.
They tell me.
You may be familiar with one or two of the songs.
Yeah, no, great. Well, I'm looking forward to that. The productions on this ship are unbelievable. Broadway caliber stars, every one of them.
I only wish I could sit next to you just to watch your reaction as those segments were going on. But Mr. Sherman, I know Richard.
Richard, no,
I know. Sorry,
Walt wouldn't like you.
I know.
Disney,
I am grateful beyond words, and I know on behalf of all the other people who are on this ship, whose lives I'm telling you want to get impacted by being here. I cannot thank you enough.
Lou, thank you, and you keep up the wonderful work that you're doing, because you're making a lot of people very, very happy.
Thank you. You too. You keep up the good work. So, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to keep on broadcasting live.
Okay. That was fun.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Listen, I don't get to see you.
Yeah. We'll be in touch. Yeah. We'll be staying in touch.
You know, sometimes you just sort of say, did that really just happen?
There's been a couple of those this week.
Disney legend Tony Caggiano, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on my cruise. I am without speech.
We sat down and spoke with him the other day. He was telling stories about Walt, just sitting in your room for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so, 2 hours talking. And I just sat there. Glenn's asking questions. Glenn's just asking those brilliant questions about all manner of...
A specific line.
Oh, a specific line for a movie. That was the big question for Glenn. Is this coming with us, Lou?
Please. But let's show them. This is the Walter E. Disney Suite. Thank God she has a room this big because, you know, for one person, this is what Becky needs. Just so you know, most staterooms are the size of this tub. All right? Seriously, are most staterooms... John, come in here. Tell me this bathtub is not the same size as your cabin.
It's like twice the size.
And you share it with Glenn, and that's a whole other podcast altogether.
Oh, I would love to hear stories. I would love to hear
Look,
4
Becky's
days.
got stars in the sky.
Yeah, they're switch. It's really cool actually because of course you can look straight out right now, which would make for a very uncomfortable situation if you're in port.
Why? Who's there? All right, let's keep it clean.
And then, there you go. And then it blacks out.
And we still see. Well, trust me, it's black or white. All right, I need to get out of here because I'm getting creeped out.
Wow.
The fact that I'm in Becky's room with the lights off is creeping me out.
Wow.
But yes, this is the Walter E. Disney Suites.
It's very plush.
Homie.
Becky, I'm so sorry that you got to sort of slum it during this cruise.
Well, you know,
This is the box. Woo, that's the box.
the things I do
This is
for
where
you.
magic happens. Oh, never mind. That's the restroom.
Wow, on so many levels.
Did you show him the door?
Oh.
Yeah.
And the picture of Walt inside?
The Walter E. Disney Suite. And Becky.
The lovely Becky Mac.
You know what's funny is I actually had to explain to Becky who Walt Disney was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like
Really?
6 months ago. She knows now.
So who's
Hey,
this?
you missed the fish extenders. You just totally didn't.
Who's this Richard Sherman guy again?
The fish extenders. Right, look, to the left. To the left. Fish extenders with the awesome cruise logo. Wow.
Oh, look, and it's a Richard Sherman song playing in the hallway.
Right,
No, man, we're going right out here. We're walking out. Come on, princess.
It's a little windy and I'll have to fix my hair.
It's a little windy, she said. Oh, my God.
Seriously?
Really?
Really? 8:56, 7:56.
Oh, my God. It is a beautiful, beautiful night. It's a little cool today. A little too cool for the Aquaduck. Going down deck 11. I was gonna show him from over here first. Oh, you want to go be down here?
Probably better.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
Little guy like me can get blown away. So I gotta tell you, I an amazing couple of days.
Oh, my hair. Oh my God, my hair. I think that's for you.
Peter Pan! It's our people! Wow, look at all the people out of the box! What are you guys doing here? Look, I am, right? You guys know.
We got to down to the adult section.
Listen, between the pajama party and the captain's phone call, we're a troublemaking bunch.
Hi, box people.
How you guys doing?
Very good.
Are you having fun? Oh, look, we're crossing the stream.
A little bit.
So we have. Who's been in? Hey, it's Angie, yo! I just like, I've done nothing, but every time I see you yell out your box name for 4 days straight. Who's been in the box? Who's been in the box? Wow. Who had to come to escape the box for the first time?
Wow. That's amazing.
Who won the creepiest prize of all the raffles?
That would be her!
She won the best prize.
What did you win?
Let me open it.
You don't even know yet, do you?
I do not. This is the one I wanted. All of them. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of planning to do.
Can we go to
Yes?
yes.
Yes.
See our guest?
Oh! Look at you aiming high!
As soon as I saw this, I went, see our guest.
I know.
I thought she was going to say please.
That's
I'm going to beat Lou to it. I'm not letting Lou do it by himself. I want to do it with them.
I was wondering, when we started talking about dining reviews, it's like, where are they going to shoot for? Is it going to be like, let's go do Pecos Bills?
Then we'll do Victoria and Albert right after, right?
I got to go.
Remember, I reserved the right to be part of any of those that we gave away, right?
Yes, you can join me.
You can join us. Which means it won't be Pecos Bills at that point. What else did we give away? What are you doing right
What
now?
else did we give away?
What else did we give away? Wait, how does it look?
Everybody fix your bangs. Everybody fix your bangs like Becky.
He made me go through the wind. All right,
There you
come
go.
on.
Fix your bangs. There you go.
What else did we give away?
What else did we give away? What else did we give away?
We gave away 2 6-night trips with Modern Resorts, with dining and tickets, and dinner with us, and more Carbonite Loos than I think I ever want to see in a lifetime. And $100 gift certificates
and reviews and co-hosts
and tours.
And there was no audio guides given out. No.
Yay.
What?
Oh, nothing.
I have a slightly used Toontown audio guide that I'm willing to negotiate.
Isn't that called a coaster at this point?
That's my 4-year-old. It's on maximum rotation.
So I have a question because he still is not sure how he did. Who enjoyed the Richard Sherman concert? So Richard Sherman was just on the box upstairs a little bit because he's going to see Believe. And I'm like, there's Mary Poppins in there. You might want to pay attention during that part. But I saw him after the concert, and I said, thank you so much. Everybody had such a great time. You've impacted so many lives. And he literally was like, did I do okay? I'm like, who said that? I'm serious. And we just saw him again, and he's like,
no,
yeah.
He's honestly just said, I hope I did all right. I hope I did all right. Did everybody have fun? So I hope you guys,
Yeah, so who cried?
Yeah.
Come on, raise your hand.
Look. I admitted on stage that I cried more than once.
Yes. That's pretty amazing.
Somebody wants the Toontown audio guide, by the way.
See if we can handle it.
So, was that your favorite part of the cruise?
Yes.
Sorry about
What was your second favorite part? Castaway Key? Castaway Key?
Who said that?
Being out of the box?
Excuse me.
Being out of the box. Oh my God.
He said Becky was
Just so you know, sucking up to Becky now is not going to get you any more dream keys. It's over.
But I will remember his face for 3.0.
3.0?
Yeah,
You mean on the Disney Fantasy?
that would be on the Disney Fantasy.
Let me ask you this. Who, after this cruise, is thinking about coming with us on the Disney Fantasy next year?
And these people don't know the dates.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
I'm still up in the air.
Tony Caggiano, not sure. So for the people in the box who are asking, yes, there's a lot of... So somebody in the box said so many yellow lanyards, right? We all had the yellow lanyards with our credentials.
Can you see?
Did you guys not see...
This is the lanyard, that's the credential.
Oh, look, it's Princess Becky.
Which of course, you wrote that for me.
No, I did. I have
You
no...
did too.
I don't recall.
Did you guys not find yellow lanyards everywhere you went on board? Who came here not knowing anybody else before you guys got here?
Wow.
Oh, wow, like everybody.
Turkey out of the box.
Who left here with new friends?
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry. That's awesome. No, it's all because of you. I would not be here because if it wasn't for you guys. So this has been the best. Forget Disney experience, but one of the best experiences of my. I said before, and you guys know it's true. I consider you my extended family, and you have shown that over and over and over again on this cruise. So let's do it all again next year.
Okay. And imagine what we can do with 7 nights.
That's right.
Everything we've done
Right?
before.
Did 4 days not go so fast?
Lou,
I have not eaten in every restaurant on this trip.
tell the story of the empty chair.
Of the what?
Of the empty chair. Tell the
Oh,
story of
the,
the empty chair.
So in the Richard Sherman concert, here, let me do this.
McKenna, where's the...
So
Ariel,
during the Richard Sherman concert in the Walt Disney Theater, which was amazing, as big as that theater is, did we not feel like we were sitting in his living room, like just having him play songs for us? He asked for nothing more than a piano and a single chair. And when he, and I'm saying we get all choked up, he referenced that chair twice during the concert. The first time was for his brother, Robert, who he continually attributes his success. So that's the end of the story. I'll never tell that one again.
Wow. You're cruel. You are so cruel.
So all right.
Tell it again.
So he had the empty chair at the end of the piano, and he referenced lovingly his brother, who he said, I love dearly. We were different people, but we got along well. And look at the magic that they made for so many people. And he talked about Walt being in that room with us. And that's when the tears started flowing on my end. Because you see, he talks about Walt like not a boss, but a friend and a father figure. And that's the way Walt treated him and his brother and everybody at the studio. And, Richard, in addition to being an amazing songwriter, is a great storyteller. So we're all swaying. That's Walt. Walt is letting us know he's here by rocking the boat. So, rocking the ship. Sorry, not boat, ship. So we are going to do it again next year, and we shared with you guys first when we are going to be doing it again. And now I want to share with those of you who are in the box, because we are going to be sailing on the Fantasy for 7 nights to the Eastern Caribbean, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Castaway Cay.
Yes, and 3 days at sea.
You know what that means? Lots of eating.
What am I going to do for 3 days?
Favorite restaurant?
Remy.
Whichever
Okay.
one's open.
But I gotta say, remember, we had a very special, those of you who played bingo here? Okay.
Mouse fan
None
bingo.
of you really, Mouse fan bingo. How many of you knew that the prize was actually dinner in Palo with Richard Sherman? Next time, play bingo.
Did we have anybody?
We do have a couple of winners.
Where are they? Dinner with Richard Sherman in the private room in Palo?
Absolutely amazing.
Let me ask you this. Do you even remember the meal, or do you just remember sitting there listening to him talk?
Oh. Chocolate souffle.
Yeah, that's true.
Richard Sherman over the top.
Yeah, it was awesome. So that was a great experience. Again, one of those one-of-a-kind things. So if you're in the box and you're wondering about next year, our cruise on the Disney Fantasy is going to be November 2nd through the 9th. It's Jersey week again, so if you're in the Northeast, preferably not with a hurricane having just passed through, you'll be able to join us for a week. We'll put all the information up on the events page on the website. a link to Mouse Fan.
It's already up right now on Mouse Fan Travel. So if you do want to see the details now before we get it up on WDW Radio, we do have it on mousefantravel.com under Disney Cruise Line over on the left-hand side. Click it, and there's a form that you can fill out, submit, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah, and I would actually hurry because all these guys are coming back.
Yeah,
so
we've got a lot of people coming back. I'm amazed at how many people rebooked. So we got to think of what we're going to do to top this.
So
man.
let me just set the expectation level because I told you the story. I like how you think. But just so it set the expectation level, I told you the story of how Richard Sherman came to be. We said we wanted to plus up the last cruise. I said, let's bring on a guest. Becky says, who are you thinking? I said, I am going to dream as big as I possibly can and work my way down to somewhere like Caggiano. 3.0. Wear the same robe you had on for the pajama.
Oh my God! He wins. I'm thinking
photos of that are not.
I'll tell you guys.
Oh
no! I've already got. I got love.
Dinner time tomorrow night.
I think the pajama party was a hit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a little bit more creative on that one next year.
Yeah, the pajama party will return. But, you know, when you shoot as high as Richard Sherman, I don't know what we're going to do, other than the fact that we're going to be on the Fantasy for 7 days together. What?
Joe Rody.
So, Tony Caggiano, ladies and gentlemen.
Tickle me out
In that
I don't blame him.
in the glass.
So Julie St. Julie Andrews, and I want to tell you, for me, remember, fan first, Richard Sherman, the first interview I did with him moved me, because I talked to somebody whose work impacted all of our childhoods, right? Julie Andrews, when I interviewed her, and she's like, hey, Lou, I was like, oh, but unfortunately, you know, because of what's happened with Julie's voice, she wouldn't be able to perform. She can't even really talk a lot, so it would be really hard to do that. But you never know. Well, so I'll tell you. So at one point, Richard Sherman's on stage, and he's like, "Oh, you know, so why am I here? You know, here's the reason why I'm here." And I was gonna yell out because Alan Menken was unavailable, but
Oh no, we told Richard, and he was more upset that it didn't happen. He was like, why didn't you do it? It would have been.
That would have been great.
That's a pretty good impersonation.
So yeah, this has been awesome, and everybody who participated in the flag contest. Who are flag contest people? Do we have any of our flag contest winners? Oh, there you go. Flag contest. Let's do this.
Flag contest
The winners.
champion.
Yeah. Again, setting bar very, very high. Who did door decorating?
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Right next door to the winner.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
So are the door decorating winners? No. Oh, there you go. She's a winner. But the door decorating contest. Again, just so you know, this is a really big ship with a lot of decks, and it's long. And
Dangerous hole.
yeah.
Dark.
But
We
some
almost
of you,
lost Becky twice in the hallway.
we tried.
To dangerous accidents in the hallways.
That's right. Keep your vacuum cleaners away from Becky.
I said Becky owes me her life. I caught her.
She's left. I hit the back of his head. I start falling forward. He catches me, like
I
literally.
literally caught her as she's going down.
So
Then she
next
puts her
year,
foot in the bucket,
we put the
please.
logo on life preservers. So we just hand out MEI Travel life preservers. But so we were going around to check all the doors, and some of you came up and were like, listen,
Oh my
make sure you
gosh.
hurry up and go check my door before the batteries die. So the winners actually had 3-dimensional paper mache on their doors with attraction vehicles, and in the middle they had the funnel with funnel vision and a tablet playing Toy Story 2, like you're watching funnel vision. So, yeah, and so you were you placed. This is Mac. There's Mac. You're out of the box. Mac's out of the box. You place 2, and you're like, make sure you go and check out my door and press the button. Why?
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Hit the button, Caggiano sings A Whole New World from the 5-Hour Show.
And what did that sound like?
I can show you. Oh.
Seriously?
Where's
my
Alan
handler? I
Menken?
shouldn't be harassed like this.
Oh, you don't like it all of a sudden?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
She made me a star this week.
So it's good to see you and so many other people out of the box, and I'm not going to lose it, but I want to show you something, because you guys know that there's somebody else who's not here with us, who is here with us, and that's Nolan, and his mom and his sister are here, and they, I will tell you, have had an amazing time. You guys have all made them feel so good and so welcome, and shared your memories of Nolan too. So, yeah, Nolan has been here with us too. So.
He was gonna get you a scooter in his cruise. That's the only thing. He was gonna get you.
Well, we did what we said we were gonna do. We went down the Aquaduck and yelled Nolan's name, or at least I did. How was your ride in the Aquaduck?
All I'm gonna say is 3.0. Tune in.
3.0.
She's going.
Just so you know, just so you know. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on one second. Because technically the Aquaduck is still open.
Yes. I told you.
I'm just saying.
No, this is what we're gonna do. You and I are gonna go down the Aquaduck.
Didn't she say that on the first
together
cruise?
in logo wear? And you said no about going together.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Do it.
Take off. You know who hates me right now? That girl. All right, I'll give you a reprieve. To next cruise.
Next cruise.
But you promise.
Yes, and you promise to go with me.
Absolutely.
And why don't? I'll tell you what.
Uh-oh.
We raised.
You know what? Don't laugh.
We might be.
Don't laugh, because wait till you see the video for this year.
All right, I'll tell you what. How about this? Over
The
the next
forbidden
year.
video.
Over the next year, we raised $1,000 for the Dream Team.
Next year, you'll have it in 15 minutes.
You and I, Aquaduck, in all right, bigger, $5,000 for the Dream Team over the next year, and go in there to Dream Team and put for Becky and Lou on Aquaduck.
You know how easy that's going to be. Because you want to know why? Because on this cruise, is Christy here?
Oh yeah. All right.
Thanks to Christy Misaki.
Do you want me to up it? Should we up it?
No,
Yeah. No, let's. We'll make sure.
All right, fine.
Don't forget, we can
Over
raise
the
the money,
next
but
year-
it's not. She's going.
Over the next year.
You can raise more.
All right,
Ways to
fine.
stop
All right,
us.
see, this is awesome because I can just keep upping it and get out of it if it doesn't hit it, right? All right, fine.
Oh! One ride for every $5,000.
I need to talk to you. All right, how about this?
You owe him keys, Lou.
You can't get keys. All right, over the next year, $10,000 for Dream Team. You and I in logo wear down the Aquaduck. And if it goes up every 5,000 after that, excuse me, I love you. All right, so Lou.
It's charity.
Tony, you missed Tony and I in the rainforest room. We had our karaoke moment. We're
You
feeling good
are
about that.
lying right now. All right, so Lou.
It was magic.
So how much for 3.0 to raise for you?
I go on the Aquaduck.
To sing.
Listen, I want you
Oh,
to
no,
have
watch.
your moment. I want you to have your moment to shine. But wait, wait. Let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit. Because on this cruise, again, I mentioned Christy Visaki. Who was here with kids? Who had kids? Whose kids participated in the pen pal exchange? Did you love that?
Yeah.
So you made your friend even before you got on board ship. Did that make your cruise even better?
Yes.
Christy did an awesome job with the pen pal, with the fish extender exchange, and she also put together the raffle that we did on board for the Dream Team project, and the total number was 4,600 and something. But wait, there's more. Because you, little lady, unbeknownst to the rest of the box-loving world, you decided to do something on your own. You had a bake sale on your own, at home, in New Jersey. And tell us what you did and how much you raised.
Since February, I've been raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I raised over $1,000.
So, McKenna, by yourself. And you presented us with one of those really cool big fake checks. So, I'm going to bring that check to the bank just to see what they say. I want to see the reaction when I bring that check to the bank and when George Lucas brings his $2 billion check to the bank. I'd like that in 20s, please. So that's over $5,000. Thanks to you, we'll be able to send an additional family to Disney World just from these 3-4 days on the cruise. So this has been awesome. It has been an amazing experience for me and for my family, and you guys have been so wonderful towards my wife and kids. I said before, she is the fire under the machine, and I would not be here if it wasn't for her and if it wasn't for you guys. So I want to thank you all so much. I want to thank you and your team. Your team rocked. They crushed it.
Thank you. I know that you guys have had a chance to meet them here and there, but of course they have been working what we lovingly called the war room this entire time, and they've really thoroughly enjoyed meeting all of you face to face. It really does make a difference when we have that opportunity. So thank you very much for being so gracious with them, and so we're working with them as well, and we'll have the team back, of course, for 3.0. So absolutely. So thank you.
And to my team, Tony, Christy, John, Glenn, who else am I forgetting? Scott Otis. The box person guy, Justin, right there. Thanks to all of you guys for making this happen and for helping me out. You guys, you know, I love you guys. I mean that sincerely. You are my friends. You are my extended family. I cannot thank you enough for being here on this cruise and for coming back again. What's the count? Where's Stuart? What's the countdown? 360?
No doubt. But Lou, more than anything, we couldn't do this without you. Exactly. So...
I know.
For a second,
I know. I am the lucky one. I say it every week. You guys let me share something I am so passionate about with you every day, and I am truly grateful. So thanks to all of you. Thanks to you guys who are watching. We wish you were here. Yeah, of course. The podcast award voting is going on, and all of you guys are on board ship and can't vote. So we had a great run. I see that you're tweeting and voting. You're awesome.
And
Thank
hey,
you.
good luck, Beth, on Saturday during the 5K.
Oh, good luck, Beth.
Yeah. Box people, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys too. I hope to see you next year. Thanks to all you guys. So from the Disney Dream, see ya.
To the bar. Sorry.
See ya.